Hi, I'm Eva Murphy from Electronic Engineering at IT Sligo, and this is my Leaving Cert Maths Grinds channel. I'll regularly add new videos for both higher and ordinary level maths, so make sure you subscribe below and click the bell icon to be notified of new videos. Okay, so f of x is equal to 6 over x minus 1, g of x is equal to 3 over x squared minus 1. Express f of x and g of x in its simplest form. Okay, so f of x over g of x. So there's two ways of writing it. You can do it like this, where that line in the middle is divided by 3 over x squared minus 1, or you could have written it as 6 over x minus 1 over 3 over x squared minus 1. Okay, I actually find it easier to write it this way when it's a fraction divided by a fraction. I just find it easier to get my head around it, okay? How do we divide any fractions though? Well, you invert the second fraction or the bottom fraction, depending on how you have it written, and you multiply. So whether that's numbers, whether that's algebra, that's how we do fractions. Okay, and then in any of these, you see, can you factorize, and you hope something cancels. So nothing I can cancel there on the left, but on the top from Junior Cert, you should recognize that that's the difference of two squares, okay, which is 1 plus the number, 1 minus the number, or the factors of 1, I should say. And if you're not sure how to do that, go back to the Junior Cert factorizing videos and just bring yourself back up to speed on it. You may have forgotten or not fully grasped in Junior Cert, or whatever is the reason. Okay, and then we see what cancels. So again, full factors, you can only cancel full factors, so x minus 1 over x minus 1. Why? Because anything over itself cancels to 1, just like 10 over 10 or whatever over itself always gives you 1. So we can cancel them. We can also cancel the 3 into the 6 goes twice, so that you're left with 2 times x plus 1 or 2x plus 2. Okay, part B then. Again, two ways of doing this. F of 2 over g of 2. Okay, well, from the previous part, we know that f of x over g of x simplifies down to 2x plus 2. So when we're asked then to find f of 2 over g of 2, it's as simple as replacing the x with 2. Okay, so just like we've replaced it here on the left, we also replace the x with 2 on the right, and you get 6. Okay, so that was the hence way of doing it. And if you look at the question, hence means use the part before to do it, or otherwise means there's a longer way to do it, but there is another way. So the otherwise way would have been to know that your f of x function was 6 over x minus 1. Therefore, f of 2 would be 6 over 2 minus 1, which is 6. Okay, so just as before, x has been replaced by 2 there, so it's also been replaced by 2 here. And in the same way, g of x being 3 over x squared minus 1, g of 2 would be replace the x with 2, and you get 2 squared minus 4, so you're getting 3 over 3, which is 1. So therefore, f of x over f of 2 over g of 2 is equal to, well, that's my f of 2, that's my g of 2, so it's equal to 6 over 1, which is 6. So whether you got the answer from hence or otherwise, it doesn't matter. Okay, either of them works. So that was part B. Part C then is probably the more difficult part to wrap your head around. Okay, so for what values of x are f of x and g of x not possible or undefined? Okay, well, you always get not possible or not allowed or undefined answers when you're dividing by 0. Okay, you're just not allowed to divide by 0. Okay, so if you consider your functions, so let's consider f of x being equal to 6 over x minus 1. Okay, well, what would force this? What value must x have here so that I would end up dividing by 0? Well, when x was a positive 1. Then on the bottom line, you'd have 1 minus 1 is 0, and that's not allowed. Okay, in the same way for g of x, it's 3 over x squared minus 1. What value could x have in this case that I would be dividing by 0? Okay, and when I say dividing by 0, I mean dividing by 0. Okay, what value could x have? Well, it could be 1, because 1 squared would give me 1, minus 1 would give me 0. Now the kicker here is that x could be also equal to minus 1, because you've got to know that minus 1 squared, that minus becomes a plus, so you also get 1. Okay, so there's two values for g of x that it's undefined, and one value for f of x. If you've enjoyed this video, then why not join us in IT Sligo and use maths in practice. In conjunction with industry, we've designed an exciting new program in electronics and self-driving technologies, which uses cutting-edge techniques such as artificial intelligence, computer vision, and virtual and augmented reality. You'll need a H5 in maths to qualify. Check out the link below.